It is totally their responsibility. And if they had taken care of the business earlier, we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
The WNBA has a serious issue, and the Indiana Fever have had enough. What happened to Caitlin Clark during the game against the Connecticut Sun wasn't just a missed call. It wasn't some rare mistake. It's part of an ongoing pattern, and they're no longer staying quiet about it.
Here is the problem. So many of these incidents are happening towards Indiana Fever players, particularly Caitlin Clark.
Instead of celebrating the Fever reaching the Commissioner's Cup Finals, a big achievement that should be making headlines, the spotlight is on something else entirely. How Caitlin Clark continues to be treated on the court in the latest game. It wasn't just tough defense. The refs stood by as the Sun played overly aggressive, even targeting the league's biggest star, and did nothing about it. When Fever head coach Stephanie White stepped up to the mic and got asked the first question about the officiating, it was clear this wasn't going to be a cautious or polished response. She was ready to speak her mind, and she didn't hold back.
Keelan, for this first, I know you and JC go way back to the Big Ten. What was going on with the chippiness there, and what explanation were you given for the tech that you got?
I'll take the official questions.
They've got all the key moments coming up, and trust me, this was a takedown that had to happen. If there's one thing we learned from this game, and from Stephanie White's post-game comments, it's this: the WNBA didn't just miss the warning signs after Caitlin Clark was sidelined for 5 games. They've been brushing off concerns for way too long, but now the Fever have had enough. So let's break down the on-court drama, the post-game firestorm, and the growing backlash from the sports world that's putting the WNBA on notice. This could be the breaking point. Before we dive in, go ahead and like this video and drop some sunglasses in the comments, because honestly, at this rate, Caitlin might want to start wearing goggles out there now. About the game, it was the Commissioner's Cup showdown with the Connecticut Sun. Sure, the Sun might be at the bottom of the standings, but because they handed the Fever a loss earlier in the season, this game had extra weight. The Fever came out strong and took an early lead, but even then, you could feel the tension building. Something was about to pop.
Caitlin Clark are talking to the official. They're both going at it saying, hey, oh, there's a little extra right there. Uh-oh.
J.C. Sheldon was right in the middle of it, and if her name sounds familiar, it should. She's the same player who earlier this season knocked out both Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson. Well, in this game, it looked like she was going for the injury hat trick, and the Fever were right in her sights.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the eye there.
Ooh, and Marina Mabry, I missed that one, Idona.
Oh, I missed that one too.
Asa Sheldon went straight at the face of the league. Literally, in the middle of the chaos, Marina Mabry followed it up by body-checking Caitlin Clark to the floor. It was a rough sequence that immediately had fans flashing back to similar moments from last season, and yep, that 1-2. The hits keep coming, and people are starting to wonder how much more Clark is supposed to take. One wild sequence. The Connecticut Sun pulled off what's becoming a signature combo when it comes to Caitlin Clark: the eye rake and the blindside body check. And honestly, anyone watching, anyone not blinded by J.C. Sheldon's claws, could see this was the moment for the WNBA to finally step in. This was the chance to show that their biggest star deserves at least the most basic level of protection on the court. But once again, that message never came.
You can't claw someone in the eye. Eject her. Eject both of them. Eject both of them. So there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Nothing there. J.C. Sheldon claws her in the eye. Then the two of them get into it. And then Mabry just goes and shoves her onto the ground. Eject both of them. Eject both of them. Eject both of them.
You'd think that after Caitlin Clark missed 5 games and ratings took a nosedive, the WNBA might be a little more careful. Maybe even show some extra protection for the one player driving the league's momentum. But no, this is the WNBA we're talking about. So instead, we got this.
Wait, J.C. Sheldon got away with clawing her in the face. Caitlin got teed up for getting clawed in the face. They didn't even call it a common foul. They didn't call it a common foul. They didn't even call it a common foul. Oh my God. They don't care about players. They don't care about players.
And somehow, unbelievably, Caitlin Clark was the one who got slapped with a technical. It was unreal. Then came the fallout, and that's when things really blew up. Fans, analysts, even former players, they weren't just upset, they were furious.
Tell you, social media is setting the WNBA on fire right now, not in a good way. That's the understanding.
Entire basketball world lit up, calling out how badly the league was handling Caitlin Clark. Even Sentel, known for cracking jokes, didn't bother this time. He just posted what actually happened, and honestly, he didn't need to add anything. The situation was already so ridiculous, the truth spoke for itself.
Yeah, it looked like Caitlin got hit hard, both by J.C. Sheldon and Marina Mabrey there.
I would not.
Truly stunned that Marina Mabrey wasn't kicked out of the game. You could see it in their expressions and hear it in their voices. This wasn't just a bad call, it felt like a breaking point. When the league's biggest star gets slammed to the floor and she's the one getting the foul calls, something is seriously wrong. Even the most level-headed experts were saying the same thing. Something has to change.
All right, enough is enough. You know, at some point, the line gets crossed too often where something needs to be done and things need to be corrected. And that is certainly the case with the way things around Caitlin Clark are officiated. This is a constant problem now. You know, it is something that since the beginning, I've kind of like backed off on because physical play is a part of sports. You know, going after a superstar and trying to rough them up a little bit to get in their head is a part of sports. But when it crosses the line, the referees need to do their jobs. They need to do their jobs, blow the whistle, and officiate properly.
And the one voice everyone was waiting for was Fever head coach Stephanie White. Spoiler, she didn't just speak, she dropped a full-on bomb on the WNBA. We'll get to that soon. But first, there are two things we can't overlook. Number one, Caitlin Clark's incredible resilience after taking another hard hit on national TV. With the game on the line and the crowd buzzing, she didn't just finish the game, she sealed the deal with a clutch, cold-blooded three-pointer right over J.C. Sheldon. You honestly couldn't write a better ending if you tried.
All right. Here is Clark, splashing home a three from way down.
And the best part, the trash talk. Caitlin didn't just make the shot, she made sure everyone heard about it. You can see it clearly from every angle in the clips. That shot wasn't just points on the board, it was a message loud and clear.